Well, you know, it makes us sound like we don't know anything. A field goal by Lima Halo, 30 yards, and a touchdown by Champ Benson of 2 yards is the scoring 7-3 Ohio State. And now for halftime entertainment, first, the Ohio State Marching Band.
From the Ohio State University Marching Band. Even though you're far away, you're on my mind, wishing you were here. There are 9 other schools in the Big Ten that are still wishing they were here. Maybe this will help. A wish come true is a winning football tradition. Another OSU tradition is performed today for the 8th time in the Rose Bowl. The incomparable Script, Ohio.
Halftime activities will continue in a moment. Right now, we pause for station identification.
Without a truck, Sonny and Will find it tough to keep moving on tomorrow night on NBC.
Sort of sneaked up on us. The 1975 Rose Bowl game is brought to you by Texaco and the many thousands of independent Texaco retailers and distributors in all 50 states. By your Chrysler Plymouth dealers who invite you to see Cordoba, the new small Chrysler. By Goodyear, the makers of Bigfoot, the new polished steel radial tire. It keeps its feet even in the rain. And by Anheuser-Busch Incorporated St. Louis, brewers of Budweiser. When you say Budweiser, you said it all. And right now, we'll say the score at halftime, 7-3 Ohio State. Now the USC Trojan Marching Band.
Ladies and gentlemen, to celebrate the new year, the Trojan Marching Band salutes people throughout America who make their own kind of music. And everywhere. Watch Music in Motion as the Trojan Marching Band says, "I've got the music in me." Americans have traditionally expressed themselves through the music of jazz. The Trojan Marching Band now features its trumpet section to the modern jazz sounds of Maynard Ferguson. band as they dance to the music.
Fumble state down here.
This afternoon, there was a verdict in the Watergate trial in Washington, D.C. Here with a special report from the courthouse in Washington is NBC's news correspondent, Carl Stern.
Trial and 15 hours of deliberation, the Watergate jury found 4 of the defendants guilty in connection with the Watergate cover-up: John Mitchell, H.R. Haldeman, John Ehrlichman, and Robert Mardian. One defendant, Kenneth Parkinson, was acquitted. When the verdict was announced, Mr. Haldeman came out first and had this reaction.
H.R. Haldeman now.
Simply to say that there's only one human being in the world who knows to an absolute moral certainty the truth of my innocence or guilt. I know that legally and morally I am totally innocent of each of the charges that's been brought here, and with that certainty I can live with myself, and I can move ahead now to see that as this process continues, the truth ultimately does become known and become understood. I have the full conviction that ultimately it will, and with that I intend to move ahead in the days ahead on the process of appeal within the judicial system. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Haldeman. Thank you, Mr.
Haldeman could get as much as 8 to 25 years in prison. The next defendant convicted who emerged was Mr. Ehrlichman.
Haldeman's first, he was found guilty today on all 5 counts. He now faces a maximum of 25 years in prison.
No date was set for sentencing. All of the defendants who were convicted will remain free on their own recognizance. Former Attorney General John Mitchell left the courthouse in his limousine. He was asked for his reaction, what he would do now. He said he thought he would just have to go to the moon for sure, that there was nothing else for him to do. Repeating our news at this hour, it is that 4 men were convicted in connection with the Watergate cover-up: Mitchell, Haldeman, Ehrlichman, and Mardian. This is Carl Stern, NBC News at the Federal Courthouse in Washington. Now back to the Rose Bowl and Kurt Gowdy.
And with a salute, make your own kind of music for 1975. Both bands outstanding as usual. At halftime, Ohio State and USC. Now the overall shot from the NBC telecopter. The score is Ohio State 7 and Southern California 3 as we get ready for the second half kickoff in the 1975 Rose Bowl game.